Geotagging images and your Google business profile. So in a recent study from Search Engine Journal, they looked into geotagging images and whether or not that was helpful for SEO or not, especially for your Google business profile. And what they found was actually really interesting. It's funny because geotagging images is something that I've done in the past. I've kind of been up and down about it. A lot of other articles I've read about it or other SEOs talking about it, they tend to put it at the bottom of the list of things to do. But what's interesting about this is it actually might be having a negative impact on SEO, especially if you're trying to rank for multiple cities with your Google business profile. So for those of you who don't know, geotagging is when you insert the latitude and longitude coordinates from a map into the photos that you take. And there's kind of two ways to do this. Number one is you can have your location services turned on your phone when you take a picture, and that'll insert that tagging into the photo automatically, into that data in the photo. Or you can use a tool like GeoImager or other tools online that will insert that data into a photo. You kind of go on a map, you choose the location that you want to be inserted, and then you just put that data into the photo itself. And this is supposed to help you rank better, right? Because Google can say, oh, you really are in that city. And I think that's a point I'd like to make just right up front. Basically, anything that you can do to easily game Google, I think isn't going to have a very positive impact, right? If it's that easy to go in and say, I took this photo in Boise when I live in, a totally different country, that's probably something like that isn't going to have that much of an impact. But so they ran this study with 6 different search terms, a lot of near me and locations, so the city searches, right? Service plus city kind of searches. And the outcome is pretty interesting. So for those who were searching for near me searches in the city where the photos were geotagged, it ended up having a positive impact. So that's the one place that it had a positive impact. But in almost every other search, it either had a negative impact or no impact at all. And what's most troubling and interesting is that if you geotagged images from a city, in a city, and somebody was searching for another city that is nearby, it would actually have a negative impact. So where I am, right, we have Boise, Idaho, and then we have a suburb called Eagle. So if I had been geotagging my images for Boise, then anyone searching for my services, like say plumber in Eagle, Idaho, because my images are geotagged in Boise, they're actually my rankings are gonna drop even further for those searching for a nearby city or an adjacent city. So it actually had overall a much more negative impact from geotagging. And they mentioned, I guess if you went through and geotagged a ton of images for all the cities, maybe you could balance those scales out, but it still wouldn't be having a positive impact. So if you're geotagging your images, if you're considering geotagging images, if you're asking yourself whether you should geotag images, the clear answer, it seems to be, it's not worth the time. And it is tedious. It can be very tedious. It can take a lot of time to go through and geotag, especially if you're uploading 10, 20, 30, 40 photos in a month. So I think the better thing to do here is focus on getting good photos, getting more photos for your business or for your client's business to keep putting up on the Google business profile, and not worry so much about geotagging and wasting your time with that. Worry about SEO factors that are going to make an impact that you can use your time wisely for. Cool. Thanks for watching.